Hello, this is Grinstar, and today I am messing around with Captain Chords or the Captain plugins by Mixed and Key. I usually don't use these a lot except for when I'm like really low and trying to think about what I want to do. And I haven't touched this in a while because normally I force myself to sort of do it on my own to learn better. This is great for people that have limited or the music theory is kind of limited. It helped me a lot in figuring out stuff. And one of the key things to help you figure it out is this add progression thing. It just adds a progression. You specify the genre and then the kind of rhythm, the stuff that's going on. So right now I think I have it set to piano. It has a ton of settings in here for different sounds and stuff like that, or you can hook it up to a VST. Pretty cool. Animals, man. At the bottom, this is a 1-2, 1-2, so it added a progression. It's okay, but if I wanted to change it up, I can change it. I like that rhythm for the Alana. It's pretty cool. If I wanted to change it up, I can hit there, hit edit, and you have like a lot of rhythms, a lot of different rhythms. You can randomize, you can change the genre, category, user. There's a lot of stuff in there that you can mess around with. Same thing with progression. You got different banks, which is the types, and then you got a lot of different things. I don't want to mess with this because I kind of like it. Switch my scale to D Lydian. You can also go into different scales. It helps with that too. So up here you have the different, what do you call it? Hey, catch me on this one. Or numbers, I guess. I don't know. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s, and you can change them around and change the chord as you just saw me. You can change also the types. You could change the inversions of what you want, so you don't have to have it purely on the same thing. So, and not only that, but this grid will help you. If you don't like something, you can move it around. And with the help of furry animal friends that are sitting near your computer and keyboard, it can help you do things you did not intend to do. As with mine right now, is I'm fighting to try to keep it away from my keyboard. But you can move it around and come up with different things. You can also specify that you want a different kind of rhythm for these parts. You can also specify it by here by going like this, and I want to split the pattern or the rhythm. And I can change the rhythm from here to say here. I want to split this one over here. Kind of like that. So basically really good stuff for coming up with a chord progression. This is Captain Chords. Now, I want to go with a bass line. So now we're going to go with the next plugin that they have, and that is Deep for the deep bass. And this goes, hey, do you wanna link into what the Captain Chords says? These two talk to each other. So now I could see the chords that are back there. See, these are my chords that I have in the other thing, and now this is guessing based upon all the settings of there what my bass line is. So now the bass is it's going along with the root chords of the root of the chords. Actually, yeah. The root is a B, I guess. It should be a D, right? Oh, I'm moving around and stuff like that. But anyway, same thing applies here. So you can change out the rhythm. And go, I want something different. That's kind of dancey. So I want to do the same thing here and change out that middle one, because that middle one is fighting with the rhythm of the chords at that point. So we want to change it around a bit. Of course, this is just messing around with the audio that's built in. Like I said, I can add a VST if I want to improve the sound, put something on like Serum or something. I can render out the audio, or I can render out the MIDI, just drag and drop it onto the thing once we're done. And we can mess with it in the DAW from there, but we got something so for us, so we're going to move along into creating a melody or something on top. Again, with the settings, you got your stuff here, so we're gonna just click plus, and then it added our melody. So here's our top line. Now, the ones that have the icons on there tend to lock up my computer a bit. So they said something about using Phase Plant for some of these settings, I think, in their promotional material. control with the melody. I don't like messing with it a whole lot because usually what they crank out is usually okay on the first couple of rounds. But you have you can import the MIDI. Actually, I think if I remember, you can import the MIDI. You can drag and drop and deal the stuff from the DAW into this. Lot of different features and stuff to mess with the melodies. So the melodies, if I remember right, go out to the internet, bring back something. So you got something that fits within the context of what you're trying to do. All of my melodies are within the chords. They fit within the chord spaces, so they change up, especially with, excuse me, with this stuff. So overall, you're getting a really good. Instead of just dragging back random melodies left and right like Melody Sauce would do, you get something more to the context of what you're doing. So that's always great. One of the things that I think I was just thinking about is that we need more variation in the velocity or a tool to do it, because usually it's just with this one it's fine, but with the chords it becomes a nightmare because you don't know which really one that you're messing with. But there needs to be some variance in the velocities. Of course, with your DAW, you can export this to something else and then throw Humanize on there. But overall, we are moving along. So the last thing that usually is the plugin for this is the Captain Beat, which will give us our drum. So we can do the 4 on the floor. Overall, you got something kind of dancey, kind of unique, not, well, really within the context of things. And so then you can add more stuff on there. I can have more melodies, I can take away melodies, I can change the bass line around. The problem with this is the chord is getting on my nerves. I liked it at first, but it seems to be the one that got old the fastest. You changed it up a bit. Yeah, I don't like the rhythm on this one. Could do something else. Seems like there's an issue going between these two chords, and it's half of it's the, you know, like you want to kind of line it up like that, and then the other half is the, it just sounds weird. I think it's just because it's not falling through with the rest of the pattern. Should have just followed through the rest of the pattern. That's all it was. Well, there's probably something you could have done to change it up. But if I wanted to truly change it up, and then we got creating a tab. Like B-side. mix up the beat a bit to give you kind of a fill or something between those two, and you got something between those. So you have a verse and then you got a B-side, which kind of changes up a lot, but sounds kind of cool in the context still. Although the playhead on the two sides doesn't really match, but and then again, I mean, you do this in the DAW, right? So basically, what you do is you drag the audio, you put it on there. And keep the beat. Or did I drag it? So on and so forth. All right, you can get the stuff that you need. Same thing with the beat and so on and so forth. So at any rate, wanted to mess around with Captain plugins. Been a while since I've done it, and wanted to see what. Basically, they're always improving it somewhat, and I wanted to see where we're at with it now. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I will catch you later.